Hello, everyone. I'm Tango. Welcome to my pilot episode of I'm Just Sayin, where we say just about anything we want, including explicit content. This show is for mature audiences, so discussions happen without adult supervision. All right, buckle up. Let's do it.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, I'd like to kick off my first show with my first guest, Phil, whom I met through our mutual friend Aaron from Ohio as well. Phil and his wife Lisa have their podcast, and have asked me to guest on a handful of their shows, which I thoroughly enjoy, especially the music themed ones. You'll quickly find that I'm a huge fan of. I like to refer to the quote, music is my drug and the DJ is my dealer.
Nice.
Speaking of music, I see you're wearing a Bowie shirt. Hello, Phil.
Yes, I
Welcome.
am. Thank you, Tango. It's great to be here on the inaugural episode. Just saying, but yeah, I got my Bowie gear on. I'm ready to. I'm a little nervous because I've not been a guest very often on shows, so we'll see how Not knowing what lies ahead is the adventure in front of us
Well,
right
thank you for joining me today and helping me get my feet off the ground, as well as a shout
now.
out to ASN, Antisocial Network, getting the wheels turning. So yeah, how are things with you?
Things are moving along. We're doing our shows. We had a good one today with the musical guest by just coincidence. We love having you on. I wish we'd have you on more often. It's just that we get so many guests that our dance card just fills up real
Yeah,
fast.
I
But things
see
are going
that.
good. Yeah,
But yeah,
things
anytime you just let me know when there's an opening or a cancellation.
right. Well, yeah, we're fortunate to have repeatable guests like you that make our
Yes.
show special, I think. So,
So, Ohio.
yeah,
You live in Ohio, right?
yeah.
Were you
Uh,
born there?
I sort of live in Ohio. I live in Cincinnati. It's right on the border. It's kind of, but yeah, I was born in Cincinnati, uh,
Okay.
and been here all my life. Rarely venture beyond the borders, but yeah.
Okay. So you live there. So what is it in Ohio that keeps you there?
Well, when I do rarely travel around, what I find about Cincinnati, well, first of all, it fits me like a glove because I know it, right?
Right.
But the things when I've been to Chicago or Los Angeles or other bigger cities, I do appreciate the culture and the things that are there that are available to do. But what I find is that Cincinnati has a small footprint in this world. It's very easy to get from one side of town to the other. Plus, we have Major League Sports. I'm a big sports fan, so I go to watch Bengals and Reds games. We do have pretty good culture. We have a world famous zoo here. I've been there many times since I was a child. Really loved that when I was a child.
Yeah.
Um, and just the accessibility of things.
Right.
Um, I've formed a taste for Cincinnati traditions like Skyline Chili and La Rosa's Pizza and Grippo's potato chips and Getta, all these things that
Oh,
are
talk dirty to
associated with.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
So
a foodie, so go on.
yeah. Well, it's not for everyone. Some people have tried our cuisine and have thrown up, but uh, but
Okay.
you grow accustomed to it here. It's kind of like your mom's food. You know what I mean? It's like comfort food. So
Yeah, I like comfort food. Who doesn't like to be comfortable?
right.
Right. I don't know why I always think of that area as like middle America. I mean, it's actually an East Coast state.
Hmm. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, probably. Yeah, it's a good question. Um,
How do you
yeah,
like the weather?
the weather sucks. The weather, I'll be quite honest, it's terrible because it's schizophrenic. You
Oh,
know, you might have snow in April, and you might have an 80 to 90-degree day, and not a 90-degree day, but you might have 70 or 80-degree day in February. So it's just all over the map. That's the one thing that anybody comes here, especially if they're going to make it an extended stay, they're going to have to get accustomed to a very schizophrenic weather forecast. So.
Well, I feel like we could relate to that in California. I mean, you have one season per quarter. We got one season per month. Earthquake, fire, flood, wind, It's like,
Right, right. Yeah, California is quite mercurial as well, I guess. It's, you have the arid season during the fall where the brush fires are, always a possibility, that type of thing. So,
right,
yeah.
right. Very sad and could be avoided, but here we are in 2026, still not avoiding it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Don't ask me.
right. Well, one thing I will say about Cincinnatians is that we're kind of masochists. Nobody that lives here wants to confess that they like the place. So, so that's what when I get an opportunity, I like to sing its praises a little bit because,
Okay.
like I said, it's got these things that you take for granted at your disposal. Just like the arts, big major league sports, in a city that's where people become familiar with one another. It's got a little bit of Mayberry to it, if you know what I mean. Like,
I like it.
yeah. So.
I like that small town cozy feeling,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Right.
So yeah, good for you. So tell us a little bit about how and how things are going.
They're going good. I mean, we're
Yeah,
kind of to the point now. We're kind of like I want to say a well-oiled machine.
love that.
It's been a really good move for us to come on the Antisocial Network because,
Hmm.
as you know, we do have a 1 hour limit on our episodes, whereas we've tended to be. I was telling Rob, it's kind of like herding cats. Sometimes you get Aaron and Lisa in the room and try to get a outline for an episode and get our questions in and everything like that. Well, having that time limit is kind of it's brought a sense of urgency to the show, where our shows used to go maybe an hour and a half, hour or 2 hours even, where we just kind of let everything play out to its end. We've had to be more disciplined, and I feel like it's brought a more up tempo, engaging cadence to the show. You know, but the thing I love about our show is that we don't really narrow it down to any specific topic. Like you said, you like the music episodes, and we do. That's probably our favorite episodes, also, of course. But we don't limit it to that.
Right.
Which and they say that maybe that's a misstep if you're podcasting. Maybe you really should narrow your scope, try to target an audience.
Mm.
But I don't think that we would have the perseverance to still be around after 250 episodes if we were to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I kind of agree with that because like with my show, people ask me, well, what is it about? I mean, it's not a specific thing. It's not about, one topic. It's just conversations happening about everything going on and
Right.
as we are.
Right.
So I totally get that. And I like the other ones that I was on too, like the shows we did, TV show or related or actors and stuff. Yeah, I like it.
Like the rerun
Entertainment.
forensics. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Then I think some people say, well, okay, if you're going to do a variety show like that, you better be Drew Carey or you better be Jimmy Fallon or Stephen Colbert or something. You better have some comedic talent or something. But I don't necessarily subscribe to that. I mean, I think people are engaging for reasons that extend beyond just the comedic factor. So,
Yeah. And you want it to seem genuine and organic, I mean, I have my notes and such, but I have a basic idea of how I want the flow to go.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be fluid. So,
yeah.
But speaking about your show, and earlier you mentioned sports. Yeah, MLB is around the corner.
Right.
They're starting early, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to know everything that was going on. I was a really big Yankees fan, New York Yankees fan, particularly during the Joe Torre era. So that was huge for me. But I'm trying to get back into it now and, like learn my players, go back in, starting like from scratch and walking again, basically.
Right.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Right. Joe Torre, yeah, he was a cagey old manager, wasn't he? He's like, I think the Yankees brought him in because they knew they had a good team. They had a lineup basically that would write itself. You had like Bernie Williams and Jeter and
yeah, they had the core
A-Rod.
four.
Yeah, I mean, any kid that plays a video game could fill out the lineup card, right? And in the American League at the time, you didn't have the DH, so the pitchers, managing a pitching staff wasn't as complicated. I felt like the main benefit that Joe Torre had as the Yankees manager was his ability to deal with the media and deal with the egos of the players on the team, just because he was just such a, I don't know, by all accounts, seems to be a great guy, you know. And,
Right.
right. So,
Yep. And I guess they're starting early this year. Season starting March 25th.
yeah,
Usually like the first Sunday of April or something like that. But yeah, it's starting at March 25th this year. And
right.
the New York Yankees. It's featuring the Yankees and the Giants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that at Yankee Stadium or?
It's going to be at Oracle Park.
Oh, okay. Well, man, that's one of the most beautiful ballparks. I mean, I've never been there, but on television, at least, it is absolutely stunning the way it's butt up right against the ocean. You have the splashdown homers, and I love that ballpark. I love to watch baseball on the weekends because I can stay up late. I like to watch the West Coast games. I particularly enjoy that just for the ambiance of that. And John Miller's a great announcer and stuff, but just the ambiance of that ballpark is amazing.
Yeah. So 14 game traditional opening day on Thursday, March 26th. And I believe that the Yankees Giants is going to be an exclusive Netflix broadcast.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, that's kind of like, I don't know how much baseball you watch, but I mean, I'm a Reds fan, but I watch a lot of other teams, and it's getting to be, they're pricing me out of the market because you got to have Netflix, and like I happen to have Netflix, but you have to have so many different streaming services to see the games. I feel like it's kind of a misstep for baseball not to have it centralized. Although, the MLB package is pretty good. You get a lot of games from that. So
the Boston Red Sox are actually playing. They're versus the Reds on March 26th. It's going to be the Reds and the Reds and the Reds, the Red Sox and the Reds.
Right. Well, that's it. We're looking forward to that. I don't know if you knew this, but the Reds used to be the traditional opener for all of baseball.
Oh, okay.
Or the first team, the first game, the first day was a home game. We still get every year we get a home game to start the season, but television and streaming is kind of taken over, where they don't necessarily want to market a team like the Reds necessarily, for the first game. They'd rather have the Yankees and Giants, for instance, So that was something we kind of went kicking and screaming into the night over that. It was like, you're taking this away from us.
Right. Why are you taking everything away? Thank God we have comfort food.
Right.
At least you got that, Phil.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because our current coach is Aaron Boone. I didn't realize that he was with the Reds for so long.
Oh yeah.
Like from 97 to 2003 or something.
Mm-hmm. I remember when he got traded to the Yankees, and he was so distraught at leaving the Reds that he cried at the press conference. And look where he is today. It's like I don't think he'd have traded the course for anything. But,
yeah.
His dad was the manager here, actually.
He played for the Yankees for what, 5-6 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the exact number, but he did have a lot of playoff appearances. I remember he had a memorable home run against the Red Sox. I think it was a walk-off in one of the playoff series. But yeah, he was a good player. He was a very good player for us. Yeah.
So, but you guys are going to be doing a show on that, right? Or something to that effect? Aren't you guys doing a baseball show, you and Aaron?
Since you brought it up, yes, we did. We did. I'll do a little promo here. We did a episode of Closers by Committee, and Aaron and I we kind of resurrected my co-host Aaron. We kind of resurrected a baseball show we started 5 or 6 years ago that was basically concentrated on our rotisserie baseball league. right? But what we found out is our main audience was the members of the league, and little things would come out here and there that would be a flashpoint for the other members of the league. So, they would say, "What did you say about my team?" Or "What did you say about me, the trade I made with this other guy?" It became like, because we all grew up together. We've been in this league since like 1984. And so it gets, we're kind of like brothers. So if something's pissing you off, it'll come out. It'll come out, especially on draft day when there's idle time and stuff like that. We're pretty brutally honest with each other. But it came to a point where it was like, okay, let's back off of the baseball show. So our new baseball show, Closers by Committee, is going to be more of a general baseball show. We'll have baseball, AL, National League news. Our main feature will be a look at closer situations that are interesting, guys that come in for saves at the end of ball games, because that's one of the most compelling aspects of fantasy sports. It's like playing cards. If you can hoard the number of closers on your team that are in, because there's just a limited number, you can use those to trade for other things you need. Plus, it's a category you can dominate. They tend to get strikeouts. So it's a compelling aspect to kind of center our show around. But it's really going to be an open discussion about all baseball. So
cool. Well,
yeah.
I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Speaking
We even
more,
talked about the Yankees.
I'm sorry. What did you just talk about the Yankees?
I said we'll even talk about the Yankees.
Okay, I mean, as you should.
Yeah.
Speaking of continuing on the sports theme, actually, sidebar with the Olympics going on, I just read recently that the gold medal is no longer a gold medal. It is silver now, and they're just plating it.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Wow.
It's like, really, people like kind of talk about taking things away from you.
Right.
Yeah.
Why shortchange that particular thing? Those things are precious, especially to the people. If you earn one of those,
Right.
you should get the real McCoy.
Right.
Same one Jesse Owens got back in 1936.
I think it just started this year or this, winter or whatever.
Right. Wow, that's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. Indeed crazy. Oh man. So yeah, I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna ask you some questions, just some random questions. You can answer them any way you want off the top of your head. Funny, drama, whatever you feel like. Okay.
All right.
I'm just gonna pick a question and we'll just go flow.
Sounds good.
Name some. Let's start with something lighter. Name something you shouldn't buy online.
Name something you shouldn't buy on narcotics.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'd like to. Can you imagine your cart?
Yeah, right.
Heroin, alcohol, meth, plus tax. Really? Fees and shipping handling? Come on.
Right.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't think that anyone would. Well, actually, people have. I mean, not online, but they actually do it through the mail. I've known people who've done it through the mail.
Right.
Like, wow.
There's technical ways to do it, but I don't think you should be getting on a Tor browser and doing it on the dark web.
I mean, you're doing that, then do it at all, but
right.
Yeah, out of it. Okay. Well, name something you wish was healthy for you.
French fries. Holy crap! I've been on a diet, a keto diet, and the missing element is French fries. I crave them like I don't know, like narcotics, I guess. But
yeah, I mean, come on, potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
You're halfway healthy, right? It's a veg.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just keep telling yourself that.
I am. And they're French. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Now let me guess. Yours would be tacos. I would guess.
Oh, I love tacos. It's like you know me, Phil.
Yeah. Taco Tuesday. That's like your Sunday right there.
Taco day. Taco Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm not any day.
Mm-hmm. Every day's better with tacos.
Sure. I mean, it makes you happy. Has anyone been sad when you've given a taco to them? No, they're usually happy. That's all I gotta say about that.
Right.
All right. Well, how about this one? Something you hope will never be done by robots.
Oh boy. Uh, Great question. Something that would never be done by robots. Reading. um, I mean, they're already writing the shit, right? But if they
Yeah.
read it, there's really no humanity left. If they're reading it too and interpreting, and that's when you really know that if they're interpreting their own writing, you truly are out in the cold. So.
Speaking of doing your own writing or the reading, I just read this morning, I think, that the government is taking away, basically, they're taking away textbooks and you got laptops and pads now in the classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think of that? I'm saying let's keep our textbooks, but am I just trying to say stay? I don't mind change, but I like a textbook. I like
Right.
books,
I see that. Yeah. Nice collection of books you got there.
mostly
I
reference guides, but yeah,
reference. Okay. Um, I tend to I see where you're coming from, and one time I kind of shared that same outlook. You
yeah.
like to have the physical book in your hand, the beautiful binding, or even a soft cover book that that you can carry with you. I've just found it so easy, especially since I've had to increase the number of books that I've read over the last year. I found it so easy to carry it around on my phone. My eyesight's not so great anymore, so I've been doing text to speech. I've been taking advantage of that. I know that Aaron would agree with you wholeheartedly, but I've kind of shied away a little bit from the idea that you have to have physical media in your hands in order to consume it. It's the thoughts and the words that are really the substance of a book, more so than the materials. But
I think for me, it's like it's not so much the work, but the feeling. The
mhm,
feeling of pulling up a newspaper, the feeling of opening up my notebook and my composition book and just writing. Not always having to focus on my laptop or whatever electronics
right.
devices. It just feels good sometimes. It's cozy. It's a cozy feeling. It's a comfortable feeling, and it feels natural. It feels organic. I totally get the media part of it, but yeah, don't take
Yeah.
everything away.
Well, maybe that's why my eyesight's going bad. Maybe it's getting burnt out. From looking at that screen, I guess. so,
Yeah. And I'm
so
looking at a screen 40 hours a week. So
mhm.
the last thing I want to do when I come home from work is more screen.
I get it. I
But
get it.
yeah,
Sure.
you know what it's like.
Mhm.
Yep, yep. Well, let's see. I'm going to go with my next question. Something you wish you were good at.
Math.
Yeah.
Math. Like my life would be so much easier if I was good at math, but I'm terrible. Like I'm ambitious. Like I'd love to be good at math. I mean, I took algebra. I took intermediate algebra in college, and just blew my mind. I just don't think that way. I guess I'm left brained or whatever. But I really admire people that are think in terms in a mathematical uh, process that are able to apply it to other aspects of their life. I just think that that's an indispensable skill. So,
Interesting. Math, huh?
mhm.
Do you use why math though? Like in terms of because of your work, or you just like that subject?
I don't like the subject.
Oh,
I don't like, but I wish I was good at it. It's like
like for work though, for what you do, or just in
for
general?
what I do. I do not necessarily for what I do though. I just feel like the mathematical process is very organized. It's very structured. It's uh, it it indicates higher intelligence. I feel, and I feel like that it's something that you can use as a resource to I don't want to say just make more money, but just have more, realize more success in your profession. Um, yeah, I just feel like it's a very, very good skill to have.
Okay. I mean, my favorite subject um in school was science. I do love science. It's not the line of work I'm in, but if I could change my profession as far as working for someone else, I would get into like forensic science or something to
Hmm.
that, that effect.
Oh yeah,
Very intrigued with that. I love watching mysteries and anything in the lines of forensics science and TV, things like that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that totally.
Well, I think we can wrap up for today, Phil. Unless you want to add anything else, any shout outs or anything you want to say?
Wow, yeah. It's. I thought we were about halfway home, but that's great. But our show always runs an hour, and then we always got to like clip it at the end. So, but
Yeah.
it's been, yeah. The only thing I would say is that just from this small sample size, I think you're going to do fantastic at this. I
Thank
think you're
you.
going to do a really good job. I love the way the questions were very thoughtful, and I just felt that it was very easy. You're easy to talk to anyway. We love having you on our show. We're going to have you on our show again soon. But I just want to say good luck to you, and I don't think you're going to have any problems at all realizing a lot of success. So.
Thank you, Phil. Appreciate that. Gonna give you one little fortune to go. The fortune
Okay.
of the day is you have the makings of a winner.
All
Hey,
right.
there's your fortune.
We always end that. Lisa taught me this now. She said, in bed. When you get a fortune, you
Oh,
end every fortune with in bed. So
well, I want to thank you again. Thank you and good luck to Love you guys. And thank you to Antisocial Network. Thank you very much. Brought us here. And I will say thank you for tuning in. Hope you like the show. And if you didn't, scroll on, don't troll on. Till we meet again, I'm just saying.